Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I do have the contract signed and done and the keys to the new place. There's been a lot of questions as to why I picked the second location instead of the first location from the last video. So I'm going to explain that a little bit, and we're going to look at all the things that I need to do. So we're going into the new location and looking at all the details. So here is the main strip, the main road that goes through this city. At least it's one of the main ones, let's just put it like this. And this is the area where I picked. Now granted, a lot of you said, why would you want your coffee shop where there is so many? We've got one over here to my right, and we have a couple over here to my left. We'll keep walking and I will show you exactly why and what was wrong with the last, or the first property from the last video. The place that I am renting is just down here to the right. Again, it's going to look terrible because I haven't done anything to it yet. This is it right here. So we'll go in there in just one moment after I show you around. So this cafe is in a straight eye shot of the one over here. So anyone sitting there having coffee and everything, they will easily see our outdoor seating. We are going to do an awning that comes out here. So there will be tables set up on the outside. There'll be a sandwich sign with our name and stuff. There'll be a sign on the window, of course. So we're hoping that people will see us when they go to all these other popular places. And one of the other questions is, there is a coffee shop right here that looks like it didn't make it. Why would I want to do a coffee shop so close if this one didn't make it? Well, I don't know why this one didn't make it, but just looking from the outside with a chess theme, I don't know what it was like. I tried to look through the window, couldn't see a thing. Not too worried about that. We are looking forward to getting started on this. The renovations are next. So let's take a look inside and see what needs to be done. So as we come through the door, again, it's going to echo, doesn't look like much right now. Excuse my scooter over there and my backpack. So we got this blank slate. So the first thing is, what's wrong with it? What needs to be done? Obviously it needs to be painted, but one of the issues that this place had was this weird looking area here. It was used as a dressing room for a dress shop, and they added this wall in the middle. And as you can see up here at the top, it's just hollow, so it just goes up. So I'm going to have this removed, and then we have all this fun stuff over here on the inside. That's just a hot mess. So that's going to need to be repaired, obviously. If any of you all know why this is like a concrete wall, why there's this bubbling, and if I press it, it just kind of falls apart. And it's going across. It looks like it could have been caused from moisture. It could have been the paint job that was done. They didn't do a good job priming it. You can see it's always down here at the bottom. So you can see it again here. Notice it's not on this side wall, right? The one they built in between. It's only on the solidly concrete wall. And on the other side of this wall, by the way, is the bathroom, just so you know. I did press right in here and a little chip fell off, so not sure what needs to be done with that. And if I scrape my finger there, you'll see the dust particles come out. Now, another thing worth mentioning is I lifted up this, which is actually flexible, and you could see that there was old tile put on top of this existing tile. So I think I've decided, and I need to get quotes, that we're just going to rip up the floor and do all new flooring just to make it look good. So that is a step we're going to have to do, as well as we need to paint this entire thing. And let me see if I can kind of tell you about what the vision is as of right now, okay? So it could change. So first of all, I don't want the place to be all white and all bright. I want it to be darker with some moody lighting. I want to well, let's go step by step. This ceiling, I want jet black coming down the sides on each side. Wainscoting, I want to come up, you know, where wainscoting would come up to, something very nice in wood and really nice people. There's good wood workers here in Albania. Okay, so if you can imagine, there's wainscoting across this wall and the one, of course, behind me. Now, for the rest of the area above where the wainscoting is going to be, since the cafe is called Cafe 1912, and that's the Independence Day for Albania, we're going to have beautiful artwork along the side of different aspects of the independence of Albania. So it'll be very decorative all the way up to the ceiling. Now, this straight shot to the bathroom, something needs to happen about that because people are going to be opening and closing it. It's right there in your face. We're going to make a makeshift wall right about where this door is and coming straight across to right here. So if you can imagine, there'll be just a semi wall. It won't go up to the ceiling, that just juts out. So people will have to go around the wall to go in the bathroom, give them a little bit of privacy. And it will give me a nice little square there in portrait orientation to where I can do a killer artwork there. I do want to, for this side, have, of course, the wainscoting, and then going up another piece of art. There's an artist, an Italian artist, that I may be hiring that will be doing some mural artwork along the side. I'm sure it's going to be very Albanian patriotic, probably red flags, the eagles, all kinds of stuff over here on this wall. As far as the back wall goes, well, you know, like I said, we're moving that wall, and up top, there's going to be a counter right here. Okay, this is where you'll see the espresso machine and everything we're making. And we're going to be able to go all the way to the very back will be the work area for us. So looking back this way, right here towards the front, again, this is going to change, or may not change, you never know. Have a short 2 or possibly 3 place workstation where 3 people can be on their computer. It's going to have plugins, and they could sit there and do whatever it is they need to do, enjoy some coffee, surf the internet. Of course, we're going to have internet here as well. There's going to be, from where that ends, there's going to be bench seating along the side, and then it's going to cut off about 3 or 4 feet before we get to the actual bar. There should be a plant there, a fake one, dividing it off, and there'll be a speaker hiding back there so we can have some music in here. On this side, we're going to have a long bench seat that goes along most of the way, all the way up to that little divider wall I was telling you about. And we will have, of course, some seating over there. I was trying to maximize the seating while still keeping the center bit clear and give plenty of room for people to order. And if there was a line, that it wouldn't be too bad. One of the things we are planning on doing, we've already bought it, is we're going to have those digital beepers, so when people make their order, if we're backed up by any, they just grab the beeper, sit down, so they're not creating a line right here where everybody's trying to enjoy their drinks. For this window, we want to take off these white, there's like a some sort of grayish strip, let's call it gray, going across. We may be taking that off and maybe tinting it just a little bit more so it doesn't let in too much light. I'll just have to play around and see. I also need to get together with the lighting people. Somebody has a few lights and a few lights missing. And if you look this way up, there is absolutely nothing, which is why I'm kind of in the dark. And there were some more holes for lights, so hopefully we'll utilize those. And there's some other lights way over here, at least holes for lights. So we'll see what we can put there. And the bathroom, I haven't really decided anything at all what we need to do. It needs to be cleaned up, and I'll have to get back with you on what we're going to do about the bathroom. It's not totally bad, but I don't know, we'll just see. Now, the reason we didn't go with that first location, just so you know, is because it did need some renovation. All those tables, chairs, everything you saw did not come with it. But what scared me the most is that the way they worded it is the owner was going to take a break from running that restaurant, but they may come back later and do it again, which means they would kick me out. I want something long-term, not moving around after 1 year. So something like this was able to give me a longer term, and it's still in a really good spot. There is a major school here too, for older kids, I guess you would call them, college level. So looking forward to them coming in here for coffee as well. So I will keep you updated as things progress. Right now, my challenge is finding workers to do all of this, and keep in mind that they speak Albanian. I speak English, don't speak Albanian. So I'm gonna have to go ask people, find referrals, and this is the busiest time of year for the city, meaning this is the tourist time of year. So finding people, either it's gonna be really good or really bad, because I heard right now they're all preparing for the rush, but I guess once the rush gets here next month, everyone should be done with their renovations and maybe there'll be some people available. But thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please make them. I would love to hear what you have to say, and then I'll see you in the next video.